There. So, I have an old Chinese tale to share with you today, and it's called The Bamboo Farmer. So, there's a bunch of farmers in China, and they grow the typical crops, wheat, corn, all those things that farmers grow. But this one farmer decides that he wants to grow bamboo and be a little different. And the rest of the farmers look at him and say, "You're crazy." And he says, "Nope, I'm going to do this." So one season he plants bamboo, and anybody that knows anything about bamboo knows that it doesn't grow the first year. Sometimes it takes 2 years. So the first year the crops come up, all the other farmers are rejoicing with their corn and their wheat, and this farmer that grew the bamboo has nothing showing. And they're all mocking him and ridiculing him, and he keeps saying, "It's going to come, it's going to come, you'll see." And the next year comes, and nothing. And the other farmers have an abundance of crops, and they're ridiculing and mocking him again. And then the third year, all of a sudden, it just starts growing, and he's got a forest of bamboo, and he's harvesting it, and he's selling it for huge profit, and he's making a ton of money. And all the other farmers are looking at him, just amazed at what he did. So, what's the point of the story? The point of the story is this, right? If you know anything about bamboo, the reason bamboo takes so long to grow is because it develops a tremendously strong root system underground, right? And that's it needs that to hold up the bamboo, right? I mean, in a bamboo forest, there's a lot of bamboo, and it grows like a weed, so there's a ton of it, and it needs something to support it. It builds a root system, and what I want to get across today is if you're a parent of a teen, it's so important to teach our kids good values and to give them a strong foundation to grow on, okay? Because if our kids can be confident and they have values and they have morals and they have ethics and they understand how their conscience works, right? If we teach all these things to them when they're young and their belief systems that they're going to adopt, all these things, and listen, we're going to all have differing belief systems on things, and that's okay. It doesn't mean one belief system's wrong and one's right. If it serves you, it's a good belief system. It's when a belief system doesn't serve you that it's a bad belief system. But as parents, it's our job to give our kids a foundation, a solid foundation, because if your kid feels strong about who they are and confident in who they are and supported and has values and has morals and ethics that they've learned through action, through watching us as parents raise them, they have this really strong foundation they're standing on. And when they feel safe and comfortable on that foundation, they'll be more willing to take risks. And I want to be clear on the distinction. When I say safe and comfortable, I'm not talking about creating a bubble and protecting them and doing everything for them so they never feel like they can fail. That's the worst thing we can do for them. I'm talking about a good foundation of belief systems, a good foundation of ethics and values, family, education, being kind to others, things of that nature. Because if they have this strong foundation, they're going to feel good. Their internal dialogue is going to be good. They're going to be good to themselves. They're going to think highly of themselves. They're going to speak kindly to themselves. And when they feel strong that they can have a solid foundation, they're going to take risks. And it's when they take these risks and step outside their comfort zone that they grow. But if they don't feel like they have a solid foundation or they're struggling a little with the foundation, they're not going to take risks and they're not going to step outside their comfort zone. And so it's so important for us to create a solid foundation. And here's the thing too. Does that mean every case? Absolutely not. There are some of us who we provide amazing foundations for our kids and they're still going to be a little uncomfortable stepping outside their comfort zone. But the difference is they'll eventually do it. But the ones that don't have a strong foundation, they'll never do it. They just won't have the strength or the conviction to do it because they don't have anything holding them up underneath, that strong foundation to tell them it's okay. So make sure as a parent, hear our kids, hear what they have to say, build them a strong foundation, lead by example, give them values to live by, give them morals to live by, teach them to be kind, teach them to speak their mind, and allow them the space they need to grow and have them standing on a strong base. Because if they're on a weak base, they're going to sink in. And sometimes it's really hard to suck it up and come back out of it. So, food for thought. I hope this resonated and I hope you have an awesome day.